Recently, over the past couple years, GoPro has slowly been taken over by its competitors, mainly taking advantages of its weaknesses, and GoPro also slightly slowing down with the amount of innovation they put into the new recent cameras. GoPro might just go from what you always thought to be the king of the action camera market to just a pocket warmer, or heck, a full-on house heater, if you will. Because in today's quite shorter video, we will explain GoPro's downfall and potential beginning of bankruptcy. So my ultimate purpose of today's video is to kind of refresh your mind on how GoPro is really doing in the market and the rest of the action cameras are doing. Speaking from someone who has owned over 5 GoPros in the past and 3 now, and an Insta360 X4 360-degree recording action camera. Now before we continue, I just want to let you guys know, if you've been watching the content for a while or you are a subscriber, click the bell notification button so you get notified every time we upload a new video. And if you so far enjoy this video, or you end up enjoying this video, or our other outdoor content, or I mean even outdoor related technology content, or just the outdoors in general, then make sure to subscribe. But of course, that is just for those who are interested, because we are really close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, and we'll get there within a couple weeks. And the cool thing about this video is it is not sponsored by anyone. There's no based opinions out there. This is all true facts that I've intelligently gathered, that isn't brainwashed or sponsored. None of my content has been sponsored yet and won't be maybe for the next year. My goal for the next few minutes is to completely purify and clean up your true vision on what and who's winning the action camera market and how GoPro is really doing. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Now, when I'm talking about GoPro's downfall, or I mention the word bankruptcy, do not take that too deeply, because people can, and GoPro isn't going anywhere soon. They have such a massive name, and they kind of have almost monopoly on the market. I mean, well, not really. They were super popular back then, and they still have a lot of money, but other companies are still taking over a little bit more of the market because they're still smaller, but they're mainly private companies like Insta360 and DJI. I'm going to introduce you to them now because I'm going to mention them a lot more in today's video. Insta360 came from 360 cameras to making normal GoPro-like cameras. DJI can make drone camera things, and they can make action cameras now, and professional cameras as well. DJI also makes like some of the best microphones you could use for the lavalier microphones. GoPro could still go away. They'll most likely just fade off if they're being actually truly lazy. They're not just preparing to make a massive or a really nice camera upgrade next year. Then they could have a nice decline that's keep going. It might keep getting steeper, but it'll never really die off. Like in their stocks, it's already starting to decline. I'll talk about more of that in a minute. But just as a quick note, when I say bankruptcy, really don't take that too deeply, because it takes a lot of force to take down a name company or a name brand that peaked like a few years ago, like 10 years ago with the Hero 5. That thing could have made billions of dollars. I was young at the time, but it was massive. So let's first talk about their competitors. How are their competitors growing their name with in the action camera market? So GoPro's, without the subscription that gives you a $100 discount yearly, GoPro's are normally about $400. Well, these days, the past 2 years they have been. And other action cameras like the new DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro is around $400, and Insta360 Ace Pro 2, very nice camera, it's around $400 as well. So those are their main competitors. We're not talking about 360 cameras that Insta360 makes. We're talking about their normal wide angle cameras like GoPro's. And those two other companies are making actually very nice cameras, and here's how they're taking advantage of that. But the thing is GoPro hasn't updated or improved on the sensors or processors. They're still at the GP2 and like a 1/1.9 inch sensor, with the rest are 1/1.3. By the way, you don't need to exactly know that. Insta360 already has some sort of AI assisting processor. It's not an AI assistant, but goes over the footage and tweaks it, makes it a little bit better. Makes it look the best. Like, it allows 8K and enhances it. I might not be sounding super clear right now, but the processor is interesting. It's a really powerful processor in the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. And so yeah, GoPro is falling behind with the processor and their sensor. And like I said, they're not upgraded in like 3 or 4 years, or generations, whatever you want to call it. I mean, to be honest, the 13 should have both of these improvements. The 12 even was anticipated to maybe even have that, one of the two. So we'll just see if they're going to improve that with in the 14. But maybe they're just not enhancing or pushing all these improvements. I mean, I do like the macro lens that lets you focus on things that 4 inches away, but that's not the best. It's not the most professional, because it's a professional themed lens, because it is a small sensor. When I take it outside, even in the evening. It looks grainy and low light. Terrible low light capabilities. If I'm clear, I mean, let's take a step back. It could be that GoPro did say that they're working on actually making. They mentioned this a year or two ago. They're making a helmet built in GoPro for dirt biking, and they're partnering up with a dirt bike themed company or bike themed company or something, and they're trying to create that, and that might be releasing in 2025, 2026. I think it's official, and the Max 2 should release soon. Obviously, their next 360 camera, the third one, and they haven't done one in like 4, 5, 6 years with the Max in 2019. And they could also make a professional camera, they mentioned. They're supposed to release 4 SKUs, models or cameras in this time in 2024, in September, October. They only missed 2. Their cheaper model, budget-friendly camera, which you probably should not buy, and their Hero 13. It's supposed to release maybe a professional grade camera and a Max 2. Maybe that's what they were gonna be, those other 2, but it could be that they're just working on those. And the Max 2, I think that got postponed because from the X4, because of its 8K 30 capabilities that you could reframe to 4K 30. It's just really nice action camera or 360 camera, and I think it scared them away. They want to work on it more. And by the way, I'm just gonna pause right here. So yeah, for those of you who are not following exactly what I'm putting down, go to the comments. I'll answer your questions. Guys, I honestly just know too much, so just go to the comments if you have any questions. But yeah, it could be that GoPro's busy and they're just working on those other cameras. Their staff is like under 1,000 now. So to sum up all that, if you got the point where I was comparing these action cameras, I'm just gonna say this, I'm deeply considering getting the Ace Pro 3 next year. In a year from now, I might end up getting more things like a maybe pro level camera, so I might not be able to get that. But also the new GoPro. I mean, it'd be nice to have those two so I can compare the two, and then eventually, if I found these videos to be successful, which I might not do as many videos like these in the future, I might get a DJI, the new DJI ones, just for review. But I don't know. So if you were to get any of these, maybe get the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. When I heard that name, I didn't even think they were making a second one. So now that I got down comparing, let me get into what everybody else is thinking about GoPro. So most photographers, investors, and people who pay attention to this know GoPro stock is not doing super well. And of course, some stocks start at different levels, but it's not doing the best right now. And the news you're getting from GoPro right now isn't the best right now. But if you did enjoy today's video and you find it educational, you enjoy our content, you enjoy the outdoors, or mainly for this video, outdoor related technology videos, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and subscribe to Handling Outdoors. And if you already subscribed, then make sure to click notifications so you will not miss out on a new video and you get notified right when we upload a new video. But until next time, stay outdoorsy.